Well, you've looked at all of our situations and I've explained them one by one of what they can do and how they can help the RV and how they can help the park. You're probably asking yourself, well, if the JTB is so good and so important to our RV, what were we doing before the JTB come out? What are we doing? And I said, I'm going to tell you right now what you've been doing. Because this last summer I was involved with a major electrical RV supplier, and this was just my experience of over about 3 months through the summer assisting them and filling orders and shipping. What the RV industry's been doing is when a RVer pulls in his RV into the service department and he says, well, I'm having trouble with this or having trouble tripping breakers or what have you, well then first thing they'll do is they'll swap out that 20 amp breaker. And I know that's what they're doing because we probably shipped out 320 amp breakers to dealers all over the United States. It wasn't just one area, they were going everywhere. And we didn't only ship one to a dealer, we'd probably ship 4 to 6 to a dealer, 20 amp breakers. Then another thing they were doing is the 30-20 main or the 50-20 main, they were kicking probably that 20 amp breaker on that particular situation. Well, then the first thing they'd do is they'd change out that 30-20 or that 50-20 and put it in and tell the customer that they got it fixed, and the RVer will go and it'll work for a little while, chances are, and then it'll kick them, but eventually it's going to kick them. And then the third thing that they'll do, they'll replace the 30 amp or 50 amp electrical panel. They'll replace the whole thing, and then they might even replace a couple of breakers while they're in there. Well, as of right now, until the JTB come out, that was the option that they had. They didn't have any options to relieve a circuit from that electrical grid of that trailer. Now that's what another thing that the JTB has done. It's give them the option to take amps and power out of that existing electrical grid into that trailer. And when we were shipping those panels, those electrical panels, you'd think, well, there's probably not that many going out, but yes sir, they are. We probably shipped out 50 or more of those different electrical panels to different RV dealers. And so I know exactly what they're doing up until this point, and then the chances are they'll do it this year, and then chances are they'll have to do it again next year. And then along with all of that is they're replacing the 50 amp card or the 30 amp card, because the plug part of those cards are the weakest part, because electricity has to make that 90-degree turn the way they've got them built, and electricity don't like to make turns. So yeah, it'll soften up those plugs, so you're always constantly changing out those ends on those power cards, putting new ends on them. That's another thing that that's what the RV service department industry is doing, and that's all they can do up until when the JTB come out. But if they'll install a JTB and relieve 20 amps from that 50 or 30 amp panel, well then you've give that panel a lot of relief by taking 20 amps out of it. 20 amps don't sound a whole lot, but when you're talking a 30 or 50, then 20 amps is a lot. So that's what the service departments have been doing. Now then, what we're trying to do is educate them on, now you've got options. You've got options of what an electrical grid, how you can help it is install a JTB and put one of those 20 amp circuits over on the JTB and get it out of that existing electrical panel. And a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about right now will go away. That RV owner will be happier, and chances are he'll come back and he'll trade that RV in for another one a few years from now. So that's what the RV industry is doing on repairing these electrical problems until the JTB has come out. So that's the word that we're trying to educate the dealers and the customers of how the JTB can help their trailer. So you know, I know it's not flashy, I know it's not pretty, and when you install it, you don't even know that you've installed it. But it's not something that you see when you walk in the door. It's not something that makes your trailer any prettier, or it don't make it smell better. And but the JTB will make your trailer more comfortable. So that's just another. I just wanted to explain to you what the JTB is doing for the trailers, and how what the service departments are doing to solve the problem before the JTB come out. Thank you.